Let us start with a quiet question. When was the last time you allowed yourself to really dream big? Not just, I hope things get a little better, but something like, what kind of life would make my heart say yes? What kind of person do I want to become in 5, 10, 15 years? For many people, this question feels uncomfortable because somewhere along the way, they learn to be careful with their dreams. As children, we dream big easily. We imagine being astronauts, artists, explorers, inventors. We build cities with pillows, kingdoms with chairs, worlds with our imagination. No one needs to teach a child how to dream big. But slowly, life starts sending messages. Be realistic. Do not aim too high. Who do you think you are? This is not for people like us. And so, many adults are walking around with very small dreams, or no dreams at all, only survival plans. Today, I want to talk to you about the power to dream big, not as some magical solution where you just imagine things and they appear, but as a deep, serious tool to direct your life, to expand your identity, and to wake up parts of you that have been asleep. We will explore three things. Why dreaming big feels dangerous. What dreaming big really means beyond just having goals. And how to dream big in a way that actually changes your daily actions, not only your fantasies. Let us begin with the first. Why dreaming big feels dangerous. If you think about it, a big dream is a risk. When you dream big, you are admitting that you want more than what you have now. You are saying, I am not fully satisfied with this version of my life. I believe there is something different, maybe bigger, maybe deeper, that could exist for me. That is powerful, but it is also scary, because as soon as you say, I want this, another voice appears. What if you fail? What if people laugh? What if you lose what you already have? What if you discover you are not capable? So instead of feeling the pain of trying and failing, many people choose a more silent pain. They stop dreaming big. They make their dreams smaller and smaller until they are safe. I just want to survive. I just want not to suffer. Survival is important, but if you stay only in survival mode for too long, something inside you starts to die. Your curiosity, your creativity, your sense of possibility. And that is why you sometimes feel that strange emptiness even when things are okay. You are safe, but you are not alive. So the first thing I want you to understand is that the resistance you feel towards dreaming big is not because you are weak or lazy. It is because your brain is trying to protect you from disappointment, from rejection, from uncertainty. Your brain says, if we do not dream too big, we will not suffer too much if things do not work. But here is the paradox. When you stop dreaming big to avoid suffering, you create a different kind of suffering. The suffering of never exploring what you could have become. The suffering of staying smaller than your potential for an entire lifetime. Now let us move to the second part. What does it really mean to dream big? Dreaming big is not just about money, fame, or impressive images for social media. A big dream is not only a big house, a perfect body, a luxury car. If these things are part of your dream, that is okay. But if they are everything, your dream is actually small, because it is focused only on what you can have, not on who you can be and how you can live. A truly big dream touches deeper questions. What kind of person do I want to become? What kind of impact do I want to have on the people around me? What kind of daily life would make me feel proud and grateful to wake up? What skills do I want to master? What kind of relationships do I want to build? What kind of inner voice do I want to hear inside my own head? A big dream is like a compass. It does not give you every detail of the path, but it gives you a direction. Without a direction, you can be very busy, but you will walk in circles. So I want to invite you to think of your dreams in 3 layers. The external layer, what you want to have. The relational layer, how you want to connect. And the internal layer, who you want to become, external. Maybe you dream of working in a certain field, living in a different country, speaking English fluently, having financial stability, or building your own business. Relational. Maybe you dream of having honest friendships, a loving partnership, being a present parent, or contributing to your community. Internal. Maybe you dream of being more courageous, more disciplined, more peaceful, more kind to yourself, less controlled by fear. When you combine these 3 layers, your big dream starts to feel less like a fantasy and more like a direction for your soul. Now, the third part. How to dream big in a way that actually changes your daily life. Because it is possible to have huge dreams and still do nothing. You imagine, you talk, you plan, but your habits stay the same. Then your dream becomes a kind of beautiful movie you watch in your mind, while your real life continues on autopilot. To avoid this, you need to connect your big dreams with small daily actions. Think of it like this. Your big dream is the destination. Your small actions are the steps. Without a destination, you take random steps. Without steps, your destination remains only a picture. So here is a simple way to connect the two. Step 1. Dare to write your big dream. Not perfectly, not forever. Just the current version of what you deeply want. You can write. In 10 years, I want, and let the words come. I want to be financially stable. I want to work with something that uses my talents. I want to speak English with confidence so I can access international opportunities. I want to have 1 or 2 deep friendships where I can be myself. I want to feel less afraid of life and more peaceful inside. Whatever is true for you, write it. Do not censor yourself because it is too much. Nobody else needs to see this page. Step 2. Choose one area to focus on for the next season. You cannot rebuild every part of your life at once. So you choose. Right now, the area I want to focus on is your health, your English, your career, your inner peace, your relationships. Pick one to give more attention to without abandoning the others. Step 3. Translate the big dream into a small, clear habit. Ask yourself, what is one small action I can do almost every day that would move me one step closer to this dream? If your dream is to speak English well and work internationally, a daily habit could be 20 minutes of focused English practice from Monday to Friday. Listening, reading, speaking, writing. If your dream is to be healthier and have more energy, a small habit could be 10 minutes of movement every day, plus a little less sugar, a little more real food. If your dream is to be more peaceful inside, a habit could be 5 minutes of quiet breathing or journaling every night. The habit does not need to look impressive. It needs to be repeatable, because big dreams are built with boring consistency, not with occasional fireworks. Step 4. Protect your dream from other people's fear. When you start to dream big and act, some people around you may feel uncomfortable. Not necessarily because they are bad, but because your movement reminds them of their own stuck places. They might say, "Why are you doing this? You have changed. Do not be crazy. Just accept life as it is." You cannot control these reactions, but you can control how much space you give them inside your mind. Remember, most people who criticize big dreams are not actually evaluating your potential. They are revealing their own limits, their own fears. Your job is not to fight them, but also not to give them the power to define your future. You can say inside, "I understand that this person is afraid, but I choose not to borrow their fear as my truth." Step 5. Let your big dream change your identity. This is one of the most powerful parts. Instead of only asking, "What do I want to have?" you ask, "Who do I need to become to live this dream?" If your big dream includes speaking English with confidence in professional situations, the identity might be, "I am the kind of person who practices English even when I'm busy. I am the kind of person who makes mistakes and keeps going. I am the kind of person who shows up to conversations instead of hiding." If your big dream includes being healthier, the identity might be, "I am the kind of person who takes care of their body, even when nobody is watching." When you start to act from this identity, each small habit is no longer just a task. It becomes a vote for the person you want to be. Every time you do your small action, you are telling your brain, "Look, we are this person a little more today." And even when the results are not visible yet, something inside you is already expanding. Now let us talk about one more thing: dreaming big and gratitude. Some people think that if they dream big, they will become ungrateful for what they have now. So they choose between two extremes. Either, "I must be grateful and never want more," or, "I want more, so I complain about everything I have." In reality, the most powerful position is in the middle, grateful and still hungry. You can say, "I am grateful for the life I have now, for the people, the lessons, the small comforts. And at the same time, I know there are other levels of growth, of contribution, of joy that I want to reach." Gratitude keeps your heart soft and protects you from bitterness. Dreaming big keeps your life moving and protects you from stagnation. They are not enemies. They are partners. To close, I want you to imagine two possible futures. Future 1. You decide that dreaming big is dangerous, childish, or not for you. You focus only on what is safe, what is expected, what people around you approve. You avoid risk, you avoid judgment, you avoid discomfort. Years pass. You survive, maybe even do okay, but somewhere inside, a quiet voice whispers, "We could have tried for more." Future 2. You give yourself permission to dream bigger than your current circumstances. You write your dreams. You choose one area. You build small habits. You protect your mind from other people's fears. You let your dream shape your identity. You fail sometimes. You feel afraid often. You question yourself. But you also grow. You surprise yourself. You open doors you did not know existed for you. And one day you look back and realize you did not achieve every detail exactly as you imagined, but you became someone you respect. Someone who had the courage to live this one life with intention, not just with resignation. This is the power to dream big, not to escape reality, but to rewrite it step by step. Your current situation is not the final definition of who you are. It is just the starting point for what is still possible. You are allowed to imagine more, to want more, and to walk towards it with humble, consistent steps. One honest dream, one small habit, one new identity growing inside you. That is how big dreams stop being fantasies and start becoming a different future with your name on it. See you next time.